speak about, yes, okay. I'll repeat. Good morning, everybody. This is Deepa, and I have here my team. Today, I mainly wanted to discuss about the barcode scanning abilities in AltheaSuite. A lot of times when I am doing demo to our customers or when I'm doing implementation, everybody says that, hey, barcode scanning is something you say it's going to work, but it might not work. And then people try to hesitate. And I'm trying my best to explain that we have simplified the process. We have been able to scan barcodes and receive your inventory, scan barcodes and load your trucks very easily. This reduces a lot of data entry errors, human errors, because your model numbers are the letters, the way they are written on the boxes are small, the serial numbers are sometimes very long. And if you're manually adding it, it's going to create an error. It's going to create duplicate serial numbers. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit how we do this process. And then later on, we are also going to demonstrate how this will work today. So in the beginning, I will share my screen. Then we will switch to Cameron's screen and they will show you in the real time how they're going to scan it. So let me share my screen first. Can you see my screen, Cameron?
Yeah. Yes, I can see it.
Yeah. So this is my demo account. Please don't get overwhelmed. I have a lot of modules here because I give demo and it's a full-fledged account. You all know that in your account, you can create access rights and reduce the number of modules that you want your team to see. Now, barcode scanning can come in picture in multiple ways. For our customers with furniture store, they want to uh, not just scan, also print beautiful stickers. And we have done so many designs. I did a webinar on that earlier, and I will repeat that next time again. We have made designs where you could scan with your complete kit, bill of material. You can make a letter size, landscape size, a big hang tags, etc. For our customers with appliances, mostly they want to print the stickers when you have received your products and when you're loading the trucks. So let's take a look at that. What we suggest is that for every time you have to make a purchase. Now there are so many ways in AltheaSuite to make a purchase order. So I am also not going to get there. When you have made a purchase, we are asking you to create an unload schedule. Unload schedule meaning it's a combination of multiple purchases that you can receive. That's a PO unload schedule. So if you look at it here, I have some POs which are pending, and this is from Bosch. I could say that tomorrow Bosch truck is coming. I'm going to create an unload schedule for my warehouse team. So I'll come here. Where am I receiving it? Stock is going to get added at the warehouse where you're receiving it, which is the vendor. I can say Bosch. From here on, it will show me all the pending POs which you have to receive from Bosch, and you can decide which PO numbers you're receiving today. So that is how you create an unload schedule in your system and then save it. Once this is saved, all we are asking you is now you have a scanner in your hand and AltheaSuite is running on a tablet, or we are also going to show you a scanner today where it's the device, you can use it and run AltheaSuite on the same device. So you do not have to carry two things. Once that is done, all we're expecting is go ahead and unload your truck. It's going to bring in all the products that you're receiving. And we are going to scan the model number from the manufacturer barcode, enter it. AltheaSuite is going to ask you to scan the serial number. Then next is you're going to scan the serial number. We are going to demonstrate it shortly. And then this is doing a lot of process in the backend. This is converting this PO to a purchase. This is creating a purchase in the system, adding your stock. Of course, we are not doing the financial transactions. It's just creating a purchase. But with this one action, a lot gets covered. So let me just come back and show you an unloaded truck already. So I unloaded this earlier this morning. And then if you see that once you have unloaded and if you said print QLN for unloaded items, you can come here and print your beautiful stickers. If you have received the product for a customer, if it's a back order, it prints it with that customer name. If you have some custom products, it prints with that customization. If you want to print two stickers at the same time, one just for the box and one to label it, it can print that also. So there are multiple options here that, and we can set the sticker for your printer. You want it to be whatever size, our team will help you and set that up for you. So this is first step where I am requesting everybody to start unloading the truck, receive your POs. This is going to increase your efficiency, speed. Your products will be entered in the system much faster. And that's the workflow we suggest everybody to use. Now, the same process can be reversed. This is you're receiving the stock. Now, what about when you're sending it to customers? We have heard that often when you are delivering your products, you have put a wrong model number on the truck. Customer ordered XYZ and your team sent XYZ-1. I have been to the warehouse and I see that it's not that easy to read those model numbers and load the truck. So something which is exactly opposite of that, we call it loading the truck. So once again, I'm not going to get in this meeting how to create a trip. We had a separate webinar and we'll do more again. But once the trip is created in the system, that process is called loading the truck. It's exactly opposite of what you would do in unloading. Here, it's going to ask you to accept and load your truck. If you have any products in that, um, it will store here. Let me open something which has it. Wait, this one has a staging. We'll look at from here. This is going to show you the model number that is going to the customer. And all we need to do is that sticker that we printed initially when we received the product is already labeled on your box. Your box has that sticker. Now we have created our own model number, our own barcode for that QLN. You have to just scan that and load your truck. One more thing is there that a lot of times people will say that how do you scan it? Because the model number on the box is sometimes different. Like Whirlpool would add another number in the middle. That's your revision number. GE model number is never same as actual model number. So for GE, we recommend scan the QR code. For Whirlpool, if you scan, you will see it will automatically divide the model number and revision number and add it to your account. So the serial number will get saved, stock will increase, and the revision number will get added. So what we are going to do is we are going to switch the screen now. I'm going to stop sharing and Cameron is going to start sharing her screen. And we're going to show you in the real time how this is going to work. And I have Nate also here. Just
Okay.
give us a
Hi,
minute.
everyone. So just real quick before we get started here, Nate's going to share his screen on the scanner so you guys can see both us and the scanner. So we highly recommend, I'm not sure if I do it for everybody, but on the top right corner of your screen, you'll have a view and you can set it so where the speaker is on one side and the share screen is on the other. So I highly recommend that you do that. I'm waiting for Nate to share his screen so I can see what the actual option name is, but I'll go ahead and explain that. Oh, there he is. Awesome. So the view name should be side by side speaker. And then you'll see, I think once Deepa turns off her camera, you'll see me. Hi. And we can go from there. So awesome. Let me see. My screen's on, Nate's screen's on. Real quick. You can still load your truck series. I see that there. You'll just scan here for there. There we go. Okay. So it looks like it's still, I went side by side gallery and now I can see myself. And then I just dragged myself over with the line, and now I can see both me and them. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and let Nate unmute himself, and I will get out of the way.
Everybody needs to do side-by-side gallery. Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Okay, we can hear you now, Nate. Yeah.
All right, beautiful. Hello, everybody. So on this unload schedule that I've created, it's the Whirlpool one. You'll see by the model numbers. So up here, I have all of my models set out. We're going to be scanning all these model numbers. So I'm going to make sure the cursor is sitting on the SKU, and then I'm going to go find my first one, which is this one up here. So I'm going to get up close here and scan that. So I scanned the model number, and it gave me that QLN number up there, 123,494. Now it's prompted me to record its serial number. So I'll go find it. And there we go. So now if I scroll down, I should have 3 left to scan. So I'll move on to my next model number. Again, making sure the cursor is blinking in the SKU field. Sometimes the scanner might scan more than one barcode at the same time. So it might be worthwhile to cover some barcode up. You also want to make sure the cursor is in the SKU field. There's that positive ding ding that I want to hear. And then there's a 123,495. And then now I'll do skip serial number. And we'll basically follow the process. We'll go on to my next one. Got that ding. That serial number. Now I have one left to do. And then I'll scan the last serial number. And there we go. So there's no more items to be loaded or unloaded. If I go over into the unloaded items, you can see all the QLNs, the models, and the serials. You will also be able to see which POs those are coming from as well. Then once you guys are done, I'm going to scroll down and hit that complete unloading button. Here it'll ask you, are you sure you want to do this? And you'll say yes. So that was one for a Whirlpool. We do have an unload schedule for a GE, which is my top one. So I'm gonna go over there to unload the truck. Oops. Oh, I got logged out. One moment. Oops. Go back to my purchases, back into my unload schedules. There's my GE one. All right. So in here, I have all my GE barcodes. So a lot of these will have their QR codes. This one's in the bottom right. Sometimes they're in the center like that. So we want to first try to scan the QR code. So again, you want to place your cursor on the SKU field. Then we'll go find our first barcode. Now what that does is it didn't prompt me for the serial number part because the QR code does have the serial number already built inside of it. Same thing with the revision number. So we'll go back up to my SKU and I'll just scan the next QR code. And move on to the next one. This is my GRF. Move on to the next. This QR code is a little bit bigger than the rest, so make sure that you got it right. So then sometimes this is a JVM. I'm not sure which exact model that it may be from microwave, but sometimes the QR codes are little tiny ones up in the top right. So we want to make sure that we capture that. And then when you scroll down, there's nothing left to unload. Again, if you come over here, you get a list of all your QLNs and your serial numbers. Once you're done, we're going to hit that complete unloading button and finish it out. So that was just a quick little unload schedule for a Whirlpool and GE unload schedule, just as an example. Now, the next part that we're going to show you is going to be going the process of loading your trucks after you get your QLN and after you get the inventory back into the system.
Are we printing the sticker, Nate?
Yeah, I need someone to print it out.
So the truck that Nate has just unloaded, we are printing the sticker right now in our office. We have the printer. Jason is going to print those stickers, and then we're going to now scan those and load the truck. The device that Nate is holding, Nate, if you want to show that as a close-up to everybody.
Sure.
This is a new device that we have, and this also gives you an assurance that how AltheaSuite works completely on any device. It's an Android phone type of device. We can send you a link if you want to buy it. This makes it easy that you do not have to hold tablet in one hand and the barcode scanner in another hand. This itself is a scanner with the screen in that. So do we have the stickers ready, Nate?
Let me check.
Okay. We are printing them, making sure they're cut, and then we'll bring them and then we'll scan them again. So while these guys are printing these stickers, there are times when a lot of people say that I'm not going to use the QLN, which is also fine. We can also scan your serial numbers and then load the truck. So when we have received, when we are unloading the truck and receiving it, we don't have to generate a QLN. A serial number is also fine to add your products in the system. Then let's talk about customers who have the furniture store and they don't have serial number from manufacturer. In their case, it's okay to generate a QLN because we need to have that unique number to track your products. It also makes it easy for you to know exactly which model number you have from which manufacturer, which customer has it. So Nate is back with the stickers. Do you have them, Nate? Do you want to show them? You're on mute. Okay.
All right. All right. So I kind of cheated and just printed them out on a paper just to get through this. So I have all my QLNs printed out that I got from my unload schedules. Now the next part I'm going to do is go to my trips. All right, I have my trip there for the 12th. I'm gonna go to the context menu to start to accept and load the truck. You'll see all of the ones that were from the unload schedule. So we're gonna be doing all 9 of these. So I'm gonna put the cursor on the QLN. So now, because I have all my QLNs kind of labeled out, all I'm gonna do is just go through here and barcode scan them. Here's my first sticker. Obviously, these stickers be, separated and placed on my models in my inventory. But in here, I'm gonna scan this first one. We'll hear that ding. And really quickly, let me show you that loaded items. So it loaded in that QLN 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9, 8. Now, I'm not sure if you guys noticed this before, but I never really assigned these QLNs to these orders. So as I'm scanning this in, the system's already recognizing that this QLN now belongs to this truck. So I'm gonna scan at the next one, making sure the cursor is on the QLN. And then we just basically just go down the line. This is my GE one over here. And then on the other side, I do have this. So it could be a mix. Oop, double scan there. You see I scanned it twice, so it told me that this is already loaded. So just scan the next one. So we do give you the prompt letting you know if you did load those QLNs or not. Like that one, I forgot if I loaded that one or not. So that system did tell me. So now we go to the next one. This 501. And then I'll scan the last one. So that's it as far as the GE ones. So those are all loaded. I scroll down. I'll have 2 records left. So making sure again, cursor's blinking up there. And then finally, we'll do our last little QLN. Now, if I scroll down, there's nothing left to load. You can see all of those QLNs that I've assigned to those was already in there. The items you're seeing up there are some service items like hoses, installs, and all that. So once you're done loading all of your QLNs in there, we're gonna hit that complete loading button. And then there we go. So you get one more positive ding at the end. Hopefully everybody heard that. And then that's how to load the trucks using your QLNs that you just created.
That's great, Nate. So a couple of things to notice here is that when Nate is scanning these QLNs, first of all, when you're loading the truck, products which are services or non-inventory items will automatically move on the right side because we don't expect you to scan those. But if he has scanned a wrong QLN, AltheaSuite, I'm not sure if everybody could hear those sounds in this meeting. It's going to give a glass shattering sound like this is wrong QLN and the model number. This does not belong to this trip. So that is very helpful so that you do not make a wrong route and deliver a wrong product. The next thing is that as you are scanning it, the order which was created for the customer, it could be multiple orders on this trip. It doesn't have to have just one customer order. All those orders will get updated with each and every QLN and serial that Nate is scanning. So we did a lot of work by just this scanning in and scanning out. Just to repeat, scanning in, which is called unloading your truck, brought your inventory in the system, increased the stock in the system, added the serial numbers, revision numbers in the system, and also auto-created a purchase document for you with financial transactions pending. So a lot got achieved with that scanning in. And not just that, you also know that AltheaSuite does auto-fulfillment. So if your orders were sitting red, they will all become green with that scanning in based on the requested delivery date from the customer. Now, when you go to loading the truck, we are again marking that, updating the order with the serial number you have scanned. So no need to assign a serial number at the time of order. When you scan, we are automatically assigning the serial to your order. The order gets updated as dispatch completed. So all these steps are happening with these 2 actions of barcode scanning in and barcode scanning out. This barcode scanning is also very useful in terms of stock transfer, doing the complete inventory, meaning you want to do your complete stock take. We are also coming up with a new module, which is creating bins and locations in your warehouse to make that complete inventory much simplified. We do understand that you have a huge warehouse and you just cannot do the complete inventory just by one day. So you could break it up per bins and locations and do that complete inventory. So this is all we wanted to show today. The same barcode can be printed up on the screen. Nate, do you want to show that? So we can see how it prints on the different pages. So if you want to go to that unload schedule that you did. You can come back and print your QLN sticker at any time if something wrong happened. If it is printing with the customer name and for some reason customer said, hey, I don't want it, you can reprint it and remove that customer name and add another customer name.
Now I can't open the file.
I can share my screen and show if that works.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you see my screen? So
Yeah.
I go under the purchases, I go under the unload. I think this is what Nate has just done it. And I can say print QLN for unloaded items. There is no design here. Did we miss the design? I'm going to print it from my account. So I can go to the purchase, I go to the unload schedule, come back here. I can say print QLN for unloaded items, create that PDF, and it prints it. You want to reprint it, print it as many times if you want to. The another thing is, now this is like you received the whole purchase. Often you want to just print that one QLN again. So under inventory in the serial number manager, for any serial that you have over here, you can just go there and print the QLN at any time. It's going to print your sticker. If it has a customer assigned, it's going to print that customer name also. Go back here, under inventory, under the serial number manager. I can come here and we have given you this option to print the QLN again or something which you printed in the bulk earlier. One last thing that I want to say is that if you assigned, if you made an order for customer Nate and you assigned this, you created a back order PO for Nate, and then now you unloaded the truck, so it's a back order, so that sticker will print Nate's name. But at the time of loading the truck, if Steve comes and says, I need this in urgent, the same QLN, if it gets scanned for Steve's order, it's going to give you a message that this QLN was reserved for Nate. Do you want to swap it? You can swap it and give it to another customer. And in the reverse, order will get updated with the new customer where that QLN went. So there will be message, there will be notification. Do you really want to swap it or it's a mistake? But we have added an ability to switch the serials while you are loading the truck. So this is all we wanted to show today. If anybody has any questions, we'll be happy to answer. Say, Terry, let's say we have 2 customers on a trip, each part the same model. We already have a serial assigned to both invoices. I'm reading your question, Terry. If you have 2 customers on a trip and each part the same model, we already have serial assigned to both invoices. We'll load the truck, keep the serial that assigned to the invoice already. Yes, it will keep that. We know which serial was assigned for which customer as an back order. It will remember it.
I think you just answered in your
Yes.
previous, but also if I scan, let's just say I scan a serial that's not attached to the invoice, then it's going to pop up and say, it sounds like it's going to ask me, do you want to switch the serial?
Yes, it will ask you if you want to switch it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because sometimes it's important that we get the serial that we assigned because maybe there's been like a rebate, like Monogram does a one for you, one for free, and we have to make sure that the customer gets that particular serial number, but then other times we don't care what serial they get, so it doesn't matter if it switches it around.
Correct. So all this is added only with a lot of implementations and requests from our existing customer. So people say that, okay, it was ordered for Nate, but Nate says, hey, I can wait till end of this year because my apartment is not ready. I want to give it to somebody else. So then we made that swapping very easy just with the scanning, but we still give you a notification that, are you sure you want to swap it? And it will switch it. Yes.
Deepa, can you show us warehouse transfers? Can we do warehouse transfers with the scanner?
So you're thinking about transferring the stock from one warehouse to another. In that case, you would do a new stock transfer. It's the same screen. Nate can open on his thing. If you scan here, it's going to just keep adding the model numbers and transfer what you want to transfer. It's the same interface. Yeah.
And I think what I heard Nate say is if we scan the QR code, not the barcode, if we scan the QR code on a GE tag, it's
Yes.
going to populate both the model and the serial.
Yes, and you are GE exclusive. I know that, Terry. That
Yes.
GE QR code, just that one scan takes care of everything. It divides the model number, serial number, and adds it to your system. So there's no need to manually add all that. Yeah. Another important thing is, right, everybody wants to do stock take, and which I was talking about it, but I couldn't show you the screen. The complete inventory, of course, does a lot, and there's a lot of work we have done here to handle that. All we are expecting you is to just start scanning your serials in your warehouse. What you have scanned gets saved as your stock, and you can do it like, let's say me and Terry and Nate all are doing stock take at Terry's warehouse. We can all do it together with having our different corners in your warehouse. We have given ability to merge all these 4 or 5 people doing it separately, merge that together into single stock correction. What you have scanned gets saved as your stock. What you have not scanned is something which goes to missing. Hey, you didn't even scan it, but it was in your system. What do you want to do about it? You scan something which AltheaSuite did not have that in their system at all. It's going to say that unknown, meaning we found a serial that you scan, but it is not in the system. Now you got to decide which model number it belongs to and add that. This keeps you on top of your inventory. You have a full track, and often it is important to do a stock take at least once a year. A lot of our customers do it once in 3 months, but this will help you a lot. And if this serial number, the barcode printing is implemented, the stock take becomes very easy then. You don't have to print out the papers and look at your serial numbers and match them. And once again, it's not just for appliances, even for furniture. The stock take becomes much easier if this is implemented. If you add a note to the SKU on the PO, is there an option to print it on the label? It will get printed, Marissa. Yeah, any note, any additional information, we can print that. In case of some customers having custom products like furniture with attributes, different color, different size, the sticker will print everything what is required. I want to thank everybody for joining our session. We have recorded it. We have also done some recording of the barcode scanning where it's not so interrupted as it was in the meeting today. We will share those videos so you can see it. I will do another session of digital tags, which is going to be 2 weeks from now. We have successfully implemented digital tags at some of our customers' place. They are fully integrated with AltheaSuite, where you can see the product description, scan the QR code to go to the website for that product details. We can customize your tag based on the color, the font, whatever you want to have it. It is a great way to display your products, update the prices in the system, and it gets updated in the tags. You do not have to print the stickers and add them and remove them. Please join my next session, which is going to be 2 weeks from now. This is going to be all about digital tags, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you, everybody. I think we are good. Nobody has any questions for us, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Should I end the meeting?